Hi Happy Knitters! Welcome back to our channel. It is episode
43.
And we have quite a few new subscribers. So first of all, I want to say we are close to 15,000 subscribers, which is absolutely mind-blowing considering we almost took a year off last year and we didn't podcast for at least 9 months, 10 months, something like that. So thank you guys so much for hanging in with us. And like I said, we've gained a few new subscribers. So let's go ahead and introduce ourselves in case they are new to the podcast. My name is Yolanda.
I'm Jordan.
And we live out west of Dallas, Fort Worth with my husband, my daughter Alexis, who is 6, and 7. She just had a birthday. We'll talk about that in a minute. And my son Dante, who is 19. So this episode,
16.
I'm sorry, he's 16. Did you introduce yourself?
I said I'm Jordan.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna see. Anyway, guys, let me tell you, this has been a busy couple of weeks for us, for me. This morning, if you followed me on Vlogmas, you guys know that in my spare time, which is pretty much non-existent, I have a jam, jelly, dessert business on the side. So
hustle.
That's just okay. First of all, I would like to say this: if you have any type of talent whatsoever, please do not hide it. Please let people appreciate what you have earned from wherever. I truly believe in side hustles, whether you're doing it for profit or for whatever reason. If you have a talent and a gift, why not share it to the world? So I wouldn't say that jelly making is my gift, but it's something that I enjoy, and apparently other people enjoy it as well. So this morning I woke up, dark 30. I had orders, so I took a break after Christmas because I think I sold around how many jars did I sell of jelly? What are you doing? Your contacts are dry.
I don't know.
Are you falling out? What? Do you need a medic?
No.
Okay, cause stop blinking. So anyway, I don't know. I think I sold 500 jars of jams and jellies and apple butters during the Christmas break. And then I took a break. I said I need time to spend with my family, take a break. So this past weekend, it was time for me to start back up. So I got quite a few orders. So this morning was all about jelly making and banana pudding, blah, 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 blah. So anyway, got those orders done and filled. So I really wanted to podcast today. I think podcast on January the 11th. So we're really kind of sort of within our time frame because we do try to podcast every 3 weeks or so. So anyway, I am right now Coca-Cola, my caffeine of choice, versus a coffee this morning. But anyway, so I'm kind of but I wanted to go ahead and get this done. It is 4 o'clock and it is the 24th of January. And it's kind of dreary outside today. Actually, we're supposed to be getting some severe weather this evening. So I'm trying to get this. Yeah. You like severe weather?
I mean, it's relaxing.
You like rain. Rain and severe weather are
I'll
totally
take
different
storms.
things. Okay, a storm is good, but they were talking about hail. What did my sister say? Hail the size of what did she say in her text message?
Cannonballs.
No, it wasn't cannonballs.
Grapefruit.
Eggs. Possibility of hail the size of eggs.
I don't think eggs were ever a measurement, were they?
She said so my sister, so I have a twin sister. I have a twin sister that is a fraternal twin. And guys, when I tell you, she should have been a meteorologist because she loves weather like that. But she said to me, if I became a meteorologist, then it probably wouldn't be as fun for her. So she's a person that's going to save our lives if we are asleep during tornadic activity, because she's got the weather radio. She's, she keeps us abreast, and she has saved us a time or two from a hailstorm. So thank you, Co. So my name is Yolanda. Her name is Colanda. We have another set of twin sisters who are identical. So my mom had 2 sets of twins, all under the age of 3. I know, don't even, let's go there. So anyway, so then I have another sister that came in between the set of twins, and guess what? She's the only one that had a set of twins. So yay for her. She got a boy and a girl. But anyway, so I know you didn't really want to know all that, but backstory. So anyway, so I love my twin sister. They call her Co. I'm Yo and Co. But yeah, she's going to be the person that keeps us abreast all the time of the weather activity, and I appreciate that. So anyway, so let's get started, Jordan. We're going to go a little bit out of order, I think. I don't know. We're just going to kind of wing it, and hopefully I have notes, so let's see if we can stick with the notes. So the question of the day is, did you just burp on... I'm gonna treat you like a baby. Are you done? Baby. Are you done? Anyway, go ahead. You didn't like that, did you?
I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't. What would you like to see more of on this podcast or channel? So,
I'm taking suggestions. I know I've asked this question before, and you guys have asked for tutorials of certain types. I know one of them was a mitten tutorial, and I gotta tell you, so I have no business participating in the Cowl, but I so want to participate in the Hey Brownberry and Earth Tones Girls knit along. I really, really do. Unfortunately, I think it's going to coincide. So we have a Cowl that's going to start 2 weeks before theirs ends. So that's not a big deal. But I got a pair of socks that I want to knit for my twin sister, which we'll talk about later in the podcast. So I don't know that you know what? I swear. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it, but if you guys want to go over to check out Hey Brownberry Mars and Earth Tone Girl on their Ravelry and check out their mitten Cowl, if you guys want to participate in that. I think it's a great Cowl, and yeah, it's going to be awesome. I'm in the mindset that I want to knit everything, so who knows, it's just time permitting. So let's see. Okay, so like I said earlier, guys, we are close to 15,000 subscribers, and I want to thank you guys again for hanging out with us. When we hit that beautiful mark, we will come back and do a prize giveaway on that episode. I'm hoping it's episode 44, but let's see. So my last video on YouTube was a Dollar Tree haul. This is my second one. Is it my second one or my third one?
Third?
Is it my third?
I remember the first one.
It's either my second or third Dollar Tree haul. Anyway, so go check that video out if you haven't seen it. I usually like to peruse through Dollar Tree and check out things that I think crocheters and knitters can use for organization, etc. So anyway, on that episode, I wouldn't say episode, but on that video, thank you, Jordan. There, I was doing a giveaway for two winners so that they could get the prizes or the items that they saw in the video. So the comment picker picked Kristina Hill and Jeni Douthit. I'll put their names below. So congratulations. So if you'll get in contact with me, I will package up all of those items and I'll get those mailed out to you. And I hope that you guys enjoy that. And thank you so much for participating. Thank you so much, everybody, for participating and commenting and telling me what were the items that you really liked in the video. So once again, thank you. Thank you. So this, guys, is one of the most exciting things that I have for 2021, and that is our own personal KAL. So we are going to be doing a Shawl KAL. We're going to use the hashtag Happee Shawl 21. So I have a special video specific to the details on this KAL, but we'll go over them really quickly here. Okay, so we're going to be knitting a shawl that is called the Magic Spring Shawl. It is a free pattern on Ravelry and it's absolutely gorgeous. And generally, when I do my KALs, I'll generally let you pick what you want to knit or crochet. But really, honestly, I kind of want to see what everybody does with one specific pattern. So this is the pattern that I picked. And I got to tell you, it is gorgeous. I actually printed this out via color. Let me see if you can see this. So let me see. There we go. You're gonna need 3 skeins of fingering weight yarn. And in the in the pattern, I'm all discombobulated today, y'all. It talks about what types of yarns you can use. It's just going to be, there's a schematic of it, and I figure I can show it since it's a free pattern.
It looks like geometry.
It does look like geometry, doesn't it? So anyway, so guys, here are the colors that I chose for my shawl. And I did a poll on Instagram, and for the most part, you guys thought...
I'm trying to think, is there something I can use?
You can use my hat. Wonderful. As you guys know, our camera focuses on faces. So anyway, here are the 3 colors that I have decided to use. All of them are Hypnotic yarn. This first colorway is Spring Love. And you know, guys, I love Hypnotic yarn, so I got a bunch of her yarns in my stash. So this one... So this one is Spring Love. There we go. This one is called Stiletto. This is one that I just these two I just recently got. So this is, I think you saw this in episode 42. And then this one is Green. Woo!
Called Green?
It's called Green. And look how, I'm gonna stand up. Look how these match so perfectly. Wow. When I say match, complement each other. So anyway, y'all, I'm super excited about that. So I want you guys to go out to the Ravelry page, check out, I've already opened up a thread for discussion. And this KAL is gonna run from February the 14th until the March 31st, the 31 days in March. Yeah, right? I didn't check that out. I think, yeah, 30 days has September something.
It's like what, 6 weeks?
Mm-hmm.
Like 6 weeks.
Anyway, so I'll have a link down below for the shawl. Oh, this is the mini. Is this the mini version?
Valentine's Day.
I think. I don't know. Anyway, I'll have a link down below of the pattern. So you guys, I really want you to join us in this KAL. And if you mention the KAL on Instagram using hashtag Happee Shawl 21 so that you can get your friends involved, that would be awesome. And you are eligible for a prize. I'm going to draw that prize after February the 13th. So it's from today until February the 13th. If you mention this KAL on your own feed, then, and use the hashtag, because that's how I'm going to find you, then you guys will be entered in for a chance to win a great prize. And speaking of prizes, my dear friend Emily from Turtle Pearl has donated 2 skeins of two sock sets. They're sock sets for the Cowl. Now, I had the option of keeping this for myself, and part of the selfishness in me wanted to, but I said, you know, I love to give away things. Yeah. I do love to give away things, and this is no exception. Guys, look. So the wonderful thing about Turtle Pearl is that she gives you 2 exact matching skeins of yarn. So they start at the same point. You can sit up. They start at the same point. They end at the same point. So if you are OCD and you like exact matching socks without having to cut yarn from one ball to match the other, then you definitely need to check out Emily's shop. She's a Canadian dyer.
Canada.
I have been purchasing from her for quite some time, and I've talked about her in lots of my podcasts. So this colorway is called Crushed. Ooh, it is crushed.
Why?
Grapes, maybe.
Wine.
Wine before time. Anyway, so it is 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon for a generous 450 yards, guys, plus a matching 20 gram for heels, toes, and cuffs. Right. Now her second one is OM is the colorway. Check that out. Beautiful. And she has on the back of her labels, she has the striping sequence, so you can kind of check that out. But oh, you guys are going to love this prize. And so I have knit with her grayscale colorway, which I did those socks for my husband, and if I can remember, I'll insert a picture up here for you. And I also knit her City Girl colorway, which is probably one of my favorite. What you doing? Nothing. One of my favorite colorways, guys. So I'll insert a picture. I knitted those for my sister, and I kind of want to buy some more of that. And then I went deep dash diving, and I have 2 more of her colorways, so I want to show those to you as well. This is Dream Room. Look at that. Don't you love that? And this other one that I had in my stash is called Wild Rose. So check that out.
Rose.
What?
What?
We had. So they can see the colors. Isn't that nice? So she has also been generous enough to, let me put this back in here so we won't have all the crinkling.
I think hard, not this one.
So you can hear. So she has been generous enough to give my viewers a discount code. So you guys run over to her shop on Etsy. It's a 10% off your order code. And I'm telling you, I'm not just saying this, but I can tell you this because I have been knitting with her yarn for quite some time, and and as you can see, I buy her yarn all the time. Go out and visit her shop. So the code is Happee Knits, and I'll either put it up here or below here. 10% off. That'll get you 10% off of your order. And if you're just looking for a new dyer, a new to you dyer that you haven't tried before, then I suggest you definitely check her out. So anyway, someone's gonna win both of these for the Cowl. So lucky y'all.
Y'all.
I'm from Texas. That's what we do. Y'all, Paul. All right. So now we are moving on to new to me podcasters.
More podcasts.
And I've done this in the past by introducing new podcasters, because I'm going to be honest. When you make the decision to podcast, it can be very intimidating and very nerve-wracking, especially in the beginning. Now, when Jordan started with me, we already discussed this, but you were 12. And do you remember how you felt on that first day? Or were you just happy to be?
No, I was just happy.
Just happy to be on. I know for me, it was a little nerve-wracking because you're not used to, I had been doing tutorials prior to jumping into podcasts, and it's a little nerve-wracking to look at a camera that's an inanimate object and have this relationship with you guys. And so I always
I said through a camera.
So I always encourage people, if you want to step outside of your comfort zone and you want to try podcasting, if it's something that you've been thinking about for a long time, go ahead and do it. I have a video on my channel that kind of talks about our setup. We've changed a little bit since that video, but for the most part, the basis is the same. And Jordan has always helped me do setup, lighting, etc. Sometimes we do well, sometimes not so much. It just depends on
What, with lighting?
Lighting. We're doing better today with lighting, but
lighting's hard.
Lighting is very hard. And I think the last episode, I don't know what I did the setup, and it wasn't that great. But this time's not so bad. But anyway, so go out if you want to find some new podcasters. I find adding new podcasters to my lineup kind of rejuvenates me. I love my do or die podcasters, the ones I follow all the time. I absolutely love them. But it is good to add some new ones to your list. Okay.
They're like handcuffs.
Give me that.
I can't cover my face.
Well, we're not showing yarn at the moment, so you're good. How do you feel when you find new people on YouTube?
I don't find new people on YouTube.
you literally just watch the same ones all the time.
I used to. Now I've kind of just stuck with one group of YouTubers because I don't usually have time for anything else. I'm busy now.
Yeah, Jordan, if you're a new viewer, he is in band. He is in the 10th grade, and you band geeks know what it's like to be in band or have a child in band. It is not for the weak. That is for sure. It is not for the weak.
It's commitment.
It is a huge commitment, and I'm very proud of this kid sitting next to me because he has really done a great job balancing his grades. He's in the top 10% of his 700 population. 766 people in his class, and he is in the top 10%. Makes a mama proud. I'm doing something right. And even my oldest son was really good at school. Me and my husband, we fight about where they got their intellect.
I make my own intellect.
DNA.
I'm a different breed.
DNA. Okay, anyway, so we digress. Now we're back to what we need to be talking about. Okay, so new to me podcast.
New.
So ChantieKnits YouTube. Her name is Chantal, and she is what I would consider a prolific knitter. She likes to do test knits.
Prolific, big words.
It's prolific. Okay, so I knit, but guys, I consider myself to be an intermediate knitter. But I'm telling you, some of these people that I watch, it's just jaw dropping, and I'm in awe. And anyway, so you guys go, I'm going to have all the links below of everybody that I talk about in this section. I want you guys to go out, show them some love, and tell them you came from my channel. Okay, so then next up is a new podcast called Sweet Pea and Chickadee. It is with Kimberly and Brooke. Now, Kimberly and Brooke remind me of Yolanda and
Jordan.
Her daughter does not knit, but she is the presenter like Jordan is. And she knits very well too. Her daughter gives her advice. Anyway, very cute podcast. So go out and show them some love as well. And then another one is Fiberbound Knitting. She is Aleksandra, and she is an Australian podcaster. And I don't know, sometimes I don't know how I find these new podcasts. No, they literally they just pop up in my feed. And especially if I see one that says episode 1, I'm all about that, because I'm like, yep, I'm gonna show you some love. So you guys go out and check out her podcast as well. And then the last one I want to mention is a podcast called, excuse me, you got me.
Nah.
It's the Coke.
You're getting on the meat.
It's the Coke. Yeah, but you hadn't had anything to drink. Coke makes you burp.
No, I didn't.
Anyway, so Little Monkeys and Me is the name of her podcast, and she is Fernanda. And I don't remember where she said she was from. Was it Spain? You guys go watch episode 1, because I don't want to I don't want to misinform you. But she is a homeschooler, sweet as pie. So go show her some love as well. So anyway, those are the new to me podcasts that I have been watching. I had to go back through my history on YouTube and find all of them. So anyway, so yes, guys. Yes. Oh, so
success.
Since our last podcast, we had 2 birthdays.
3.
No. We podcast that. So Jordan was born December the 27th. So Dante, who's my older son, had a birthday January the 11th. And Alexis just had one on the 22nd. So they turned 19 and 7 respectively. So the month of January in both my family and my husband's family, I don't know what it is about procreation, but January is D-Day. Do you hear me? D-Day. So my sister has a set of twins. Her children's birthday is on the 19th. So it's like bam, bam, bam. Anyway, and then my birthday is February the 4th. Yay! And then after that, we hit a dry spell.
For many months.
For many months. And then till we probably come to...
the summertime.
August. So anyway, randomness. So...
Fun facts.
If you know, every little, personal tidbit kind of brings you closer to the...
I was just about to say, brings you closer.
Brings you closer.
Woosah.
Anyway, so let's move on to FOs. And I actually have some FOs. Okay, we're going to start with the big
boy
elephant in the room, which is, like Jordan said, the big boy. Now,
or girl.
I knit this blanket in probably 3 days. And if you follow me on Instagram, you saw it. Now, this, and the reason why I started this, because this was not even on my list of things to do. If you will look behind me, I have a Calyx unit that is the 5x5. So 5 squares across, 5 squares down.
Aww.
Well, these yarns, this is what they look like when they're wound up. I have, and I still have some of this yarn, but this yarn is taking up way too much space. What are you doing? So silly. Are you just okay? So anyway, it was a selfish reason to knit this because I wanted to make room for some more yarn. So I've got quite a few of this left, and let's talk about this. So even though it was a very quick knit, they were knit on, this is I don't have the wrapper, but this is Bernat Big Blanket, I think is the name of it. So I knitted on these size 50 US 50, so 35 millimeter. Woo, 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 woo. Okay, 35 millimeter US 50. Yeah, these are nice.
I'm getting hot.
Okay, you can put it down.
Okay.
It is very, very.
It's quite thick.
Thick. It is a weighted blanket, and I love weight on me, especially at night when I'm sleeping. I like it specifically on my feet.
My feet.
I love to have weight on my feet. I don't know. I've been that way since I was little, and I just do. I just love weight. So anyway, I knitted that, and I probably will never, ever knit one of those again. And the reason why is because if you have ever worked, I'm going to show you the diameter of this. Here. I'm going to show you the diameter of this yarn. And it is nice and squishy. Whoosh. Nice and squishy, you know, but it is big.
Like
and
a cat tail.
It does look like a cat tail. When I finished knitting this, which it took like I said, a few days, I literally felt the pain or the soreness from my shoulders all the way down to my fingertips. It was not a joy to knit. Now, do I like the end product? Absolutely. I'm glad I did it. Would I do another one? No. I'm actually really thinking about donating what I have left. See what you're doing?
Not my fault.
Yeah, yes, it is.
No.
I'm thinking about donating the rest of it to some poor unsuspecting soul. Because I just can't. It was just not a comfortable knit. But glad it's done.
Glad it's done.
I've freed up some more space for regular size skeins of yarn. So the purpose was completed. So yes, and all I did was for that cast on 20 stitches, and I knit every row until I ran out of yarn. And I think that might have been 5 balls, and it ends up being it ended up being the size of like a lap blanket. You do need to take a nap.
What is it?
Is it nap time?
4:30.
Is it nap time?
No, I have too much stuff to do.
So anyway, so guys, if you're thinking, I'm not trying to discourage you from knitting with big yarn. It just was not pleasurable for me. And yeah. So let's move on. So next up is my second Messy Bun 2 hat by Isela Phelps.
Messy Bun.
And you can put that on.
I could.
Put it on. It's, yeah.
Stretch this one.
Yeah. So basically, this is a free pattern on Ravelry, and I gotta tell you, I love it because I always have my hair up in a bun, especially when I wear it natural, and even when I wear it straightened, I just still put it up in the bun. And so, as you can see, the top is open for all your hair to stick out. And when I tell you this is a beginner friendly pattern, quick because it uses bulky size 6, I think 6 yarn is thinking, yeah, 6, size 6. And the only modification that I made on this one here is I knit 2 extra rounds of plain stockinette around because the pattern repeats, I think 2 or 3 times. And then I did a Jeni surprisingly stretchy bind off at the top. But other than that, those were the only modifications that I did. Like I said, I love it. I don't know the colorway of this particular hat because I lost the ball band. It's just 100% acrylic yarn that I had laying around, and as you can see, I'm trying to go through my stash and kind of work my way down before I buy more yarn, which is that's not even a thing. I've tried to not buy stuff, and when I watch other people's podcasts or when I go through my Instagram feed, I, like many of you, have no self-control. So anyway, so I love it. If you guys wear your hair up a lot, I suggest you go out and download this pattern.
I don't. I don't wear my hair up.
You don't wear your hair up?
No.
Well, if you did, you should knit one. Oh, by the way, new viewers, he does not knit.
Look at that. It's like a vacuum.
It stretches. So, and that's the thing. So it's very,
Looks
it's
like
very.
I have a big head.
You do have a big head.
No, it's not that big.
I wasn't talking about the physical side.
Right.
Size. What?
Big brain?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Ego?
Big brain. Anywho.
Big ego.
Anyway, so my last knitted item is, of course,
It landed.
beg your pardon,
All is good.
washcloth.
Oh.
That's what you get. Washcloth. So this is Sugar and Cream, Lily's Sugar and Cream. It is in the colorway Hot Pink. And I just knit, I gave a bunch away last year for Christmas. So I am trying to knit as many as I can this year. No specific pressure to do whenever I get around to one, I'll just knit it. So this one is the grandma's favorite dishcloth on Ravelry that everybody uses. So yeah, nothing special, but like I said, I just keep it in my I call this my dishcloth bag that I made myself, and I keep cotton yarn in here, and whenever I get a moment, I'll start one and keep on moving. So those are all of my finished objects. Foes. Now let's go on to whips. What is it?
Whip.
You gonna sing a song?
No.
Whips. Oh, you know what? I don't have Steven's.
Whip.
I don't have Steven's socks in here because I was working on them. Hold, please.
Whip.
Okay, we're back.
Hiatus.
Hiatus. I had someone, the camera cut off, number one. Number two, then I had somebody text me to say they were coming by to pick up their
Jelly.
banana pudding and jelly order. So,
Fun stuff.
fun stuff. So,
Where were we?
oh yeah, we were getting ready to show. We were on whips. Okay,
Whips.
so last time you guys saw the tweed socks, I actually don't even remember where we were on the tweed socks, but so you guys, if you remember, I talked about my husband wearing through his socks. So I have decided to go ahead and do the true afterthought heel on these. So I'm knitting a tube for these. Oh, I think that was her saying thank you. Yes. Anyway, let me turn off the notifications on here.
Down you go.
Down you go. So anyway, so I've decided to do the true afterthought heel. I use the Kirby Werby. I actually have a tutorial, a Kirby Werby tutorial. I actually have a tutorial on the afterthought heel that I did some time ago, probably a couple of years ago, and it's it's pretty much based off of her tutorial. I made some mistakes in that video and I left them in there so that you could see that the struggle is real. And that actually, believe it or not, was the first time I've ever had an issue with the afterthought heel. It's definitely hard to film a tutorial and knit at the same time. So that was probably part of the issue. But anyway, so I am almost to the point where for me, I like to mark where I'm putting in the heels. I know some people just like to measure Stop it. Some people like to measure, but I will try these on my husband, and I will place markers on one end of the 30. Well, he has a 72. This is a 72 stitch count sock for him. So 36 on one side, and then I'll come back around and I'll mark the middle stitch. Then I'll come back around and I'll mark the beginning. So I have 3 rows marked that indicate where I'm going to put his afterthought heel. So anyway, just randomness there. So these are my Tweety socks by Two Guys Yarn Co. company. And this is my first time knitting with tweed, and I absolutely love it. These are so nice and thick, and I believe, let me see, do I have the ball band? So this is 85% Superwash Blue Face Leicester BFL, and 15% Donegal, 435 yards. And guys, it is really such a dream to work with. I don't think I've knit with BFL before. I'm not 100% sure, but these are okay. Guys, I'm sorry. Oh. Hold please. So the I'm sorry, guys. This has been a running joke with us for years. 42 episodes. So, and 42 episodes later, he still doesn't know how to cover his face. 42 episodes later. Well, the thing about it is, I've tried, and so you know, this is another segue. So, as a podcaster, and I'm talking to specifically if you are a podcaster, if you have a Canon 70D and you podcast with another person, it would never be an issue if there were not 2 people. And I know some people use their cameras, their iPhones to podcast with, and I don't know that it face tracks or not, but I've used a different tracking method, and instead of it tracking us, it focused on something in the background, and we were always kind of set blurry. So I always keep it on face tracking because I know that it will focus on us. But anyway, I don't podcast with my phone because, number one, it is 3 years old, which has nothing to do with it, but it is at the end of its life. I mean, it is done. I'm an Android girl, not an iPhone girl. I do have an iPad, but I just recently purchased a new phone. So with that being said, I want to hopefully do some YouTube lives once I get my new fancy phone. Are you good? Okay, I'm just gonna let you make some music. Okay, great. So anyway,
that was a groove.
was that what you recall that? Was it a groove?
Yes.
Great. So anyway, I want to do some YouTube lives, and once I get my new phone set up, I know that's something that I can do. Jordan, we're all getting new phones because I don't know, something about these Samsung. Yeah. Anyway,
they started breaking
down. So, y'all, I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm totally distracted during this podcast. I get off track, but this podcast is just, it's on its own mission, and yeah. So anyway, let me wrap this whip up. So these are Knit Pick Stroll Black. So I'm gonna do heels, toes, and cuffs in black, and I'm going to use a reinforcing thread on the back of his afterthought heels to give it more stability, so that he won't wear these out so fast. And if he does, because it is the afterthought heel, I'll just knit him another heel and keep on moving. So he may get afterthought heels on his all the time because I don't wear out my socks. And Jordan doesn't wear out his socks either, do you?
Not typically.
Yeah. He'll outgrow them, which...
Big feet.
But now that he's a size, what size are you? 11-ish? 12?
12-ish.
12-ish. Even I can't wear those socks. Well, I could...
They just be a little baggy.
A little baggy. But I don't throw away hand-knitted socks. That's just... what? So, this is going to be... This is 72 stitch count. It is... I knit all my socks on US 1 2.25 millimeter. My husband wears a size 14 foot. So I'll be knitting on these till 2022. And yeah, that's pretty much that for that. So yeah, 2022. And these are living in my utterly adorable knits. I'm gonna put that in front of his face.
Chicken bag.
My chicken bag. Look at the little bird. Anyway, check her out. She, when I first started podcasting, she was one of the first supporters. Also, I actually love her bag, so I have several of those, and I even have, I think her two at a time, because I knit all my socks 2 at a time. And yeah, very cute. So moving on to the next whip, which is going to be the Hindsight Shawl, which I did get some progress on this. I got sidetracked, you know, with the big blanket and some other things. But I am usually a monogamous knitter. Like I said, I don't know what has happened this year, but I'm in a whole nother zone. And it's a good zone, because for so long I was in a knitting slump in 2020. That's one of the reasons why I didn't podcast a lot as well. But now I want to knit all the things. So I've got a few things on the needle. Guys, look at this beautiful color in this shawl. Is this the right? Yeah, that's the right way. Isn't it beautiful? So this is going to be, so let me tell you about this yarn. It is Life in the Long Grass. This is a new to me yarn that I got in Austin in 2019. And it is a dream to knit with. Absolutely love it. The dyer is Carolyn, and she lives in Ireland. And yeah, she lives in Ireland. And I gotta tell you, this colorway. So if I'm not mistaken, so let me make sure I'm gonna tell you this right. The colors are going to be Wolf, which is the light color, Gorse, which is this color here, and this is Andesol. I don't know if it's showing up in the okay, here we go. Let's see. It's kind of it's got hues of dark blue in it. Oh, I don't know. I'm all out of whack here. Hold on. Let me just stand up and block him. Yes. And so, yeah, so you can see it a little bit better. It's got specks of what I would call
gold.
This color. Oh, I don't know. Let me just, yeah, there we go. So it's got bits of this color, to me, this color in here. So everything complements each other. And then this Wolf is such a great color as well, with bits of speckling in it also. So this Hindsight Shawl is by Rose Morgaman.
Keep going.
I'm going. Rose. Rose Morgaman. And guys, he's not bored. It's just when he sits still.
When I sit still for this life.
Yeah. Anyway, so I don't want y'all to think he's bored. So this is a free pattern on Ravelry, and it was for the New Jersey, I think, yarn crawl, which of course didn't happen because of COVID. But guys, very easy, friendly pattern, and I am so in love with these colorways, with the pattern. It's probably going to be one of my favorite shawls, and it lives right now in my, what do we say? Llamas.
Okay.
I think we said llamas.
I don't know what we said.
We said llamas. Anyway, I got many compliments on this bag.
No, llamas have longer necks. Llamas have longer necks.
I don't know. I say it's a llama, and I think I looked it up.
Did we?
I looked it up before the last podcast because I talked about them running and the poinking. Is that what they call it? Anyway. Yes, llamas. So anyway, I got this bag at Hill Country Weavers in Austin. I don't know if they still have any of these, but it is a very nice bag. I typically don't buy bags with zippers because you know what happens if you zip up your yarn in a zipper. Life as you know it no longer exists. Alpacas
are smaller and more fluffy and shorter heads.
They do look, so this is a, it's a llama, right?
I guess. It has little ears, doesn't it?
I think it's a llama.
Alpacas are better.
Okay. The great debate. So that is my Hindsight Shawl.
Hindsight.
Next up is I started on last night. I started on my Christmas socks, and they are living in my Bumpy Craft Christmas bag. And I don't care that it's not Christmas because
Christmas is great.
I still need Christmas socks. And this is Bumpy Craft. She is a maker out of Germany, and I have several of her bags too. Go check out her shop. I love her bags. They're great quality and just ever so nice with extra pockets, zippers. You will not be disappointed. So anyway, I started last night after I got finished with the blanket and the messy bun hat, and all I have right now are toes. Are you laughing? Yeah. All socks start off. I knit all my socks toe up, 2 at a time. So.
Oh no, that's funny.
Yeah, I wanted to get a little bit further, but it was 1 o'clock in the morning, and I said I gotta go to bed because I gotta get up in the morning to make jelly and banana pudding. So I had to stop. So this colorway was from her Kwanzaa 2019 box, and I'm gonna do heels, toes, and cuffs. And this is her All Is Calm.
All is bright.
Are we pushing this?
I've been pushing it.
Okay, this is All Is Calm, All Is Bright colorway.
I called it.
You did, you called it. And I'm doing heels, toes, and cuffs just to give it a pop of color. And I love this colorway. I think it's going to be absolutely beautiful when it knits up. So I can't wait to start the body of these socks. So that is a whip as well. And this is why I really don't need to add any more projects to my list. But like I said, I really want to knit those mittens. I actually have a pattern. I don't have the mittens with me, but they are, what is the name of those mittens? They are called, oh, what are those mittens called?
I don't know.
They're on my Ravelry page.
They're called the mitten.
I think it's a free, I think it's is it a free pattern or, oh, Cafe Olay. Oh, were you just guessing? Cafe Olay, depends on, you know, what part of the country you're from. And I love the socks. Not socks. these mittens. They're fingerless mitts, but you of course could turn them into
How do you spell that?
I don't know.
Lout.
It's cafe. Oh, let me just go to my notebook on Ravelry, my projects page. Anyway, I knit these a very, very, very long time ago, and I want to knit them again. The pattern is Cafe au Lait mitts by Paula McKeefer, and they were very easy knit. I don't know if you can see. Okay, because my phone really is trash. Why is it showing this weird? Here, cover your face.
No.
So even though, can you guys see that?
Yeah.
See the cabling in it? I absolutely love that. And so, oops. I'm sorry guys, my phone is trash and the lighting is blowing these out even further. But anyway, those are the socks. Those are the mittens that I want to reknit. I really want to do them for. I just don't know that I just don't know that I'm gonna have time. I may go ahead and start them anyway, and if I make it to the end of the cowl, then so be it. If I go past that, then that's fine too. Yeah. Anyway, there's some of my favorite fingerless mitts, so you guys check that out. I think, did I say it was free? Let's see. Yes, it is a free pattern on Ravelry. So it uses a size 4 and it uses DK weight, but I knit these in worsted weight. I might have small hands, but they're kind of wide. But anyway, the pattern worked for the worsted weight that I had, but I might do a DK the next time. So anyway, so that is my other whip, was the Christmas socks. So let's talk about picks. Let me try that one more time. Let's talk about picks.
Picks.
What?
Picks.
Oh, I'm supposed to say projects.
No. Project and Q.
Okay, let's take 3. Let's talk about picks.
Projects and Q.
What are you doing?
What?
You watching football?
Hey, Green Bay's losing.
Is that good or bad?
It's bad.
You want Green Bay to win?
Yeah.
Why?
Because.
Oh, okay. I didn't know it meant that much to you. I don't watch football really. I mean, I watch the Cowboys because I married my husband, so that's just that's just a given. But yeah, I would rather watch Netflix. Actually, I'd rather watch podcasts and knit. So
what would happen if you tried to knit something like this?
It wouldn't even. It literally would just fall apart. Yeah, that yarn is like way too thin. I mean, yeah.
Or are these too big?
Did the chicken come first or the egg?
I forgot what my answer was. I had a proper answer.
Oh, for that
question. I'm pretty sure.
I'm gonna go down another rabbit hole.
The egg. Is the egg? The egg came first. But it turns out the chicken was just an evolved version of some past creature.
Okay.
And its genes changed while it was in the egg. So the egg came, and then the chicken was like, oh.
Okay. Wonderful. All right, so somewhere on this desk, I wound up some yarn that is in my projects in Q. It's by Woolen Nosh yarn, and it's her Snowy Day that I talked about in the last episode. Great. So anyway, this is her Snowy Day. And this was on her Kiss collection, which was what, Jordan? What did we say it was? Do you remember? Did I put it on there? Keeping It Simple Sock series. So these are, I think, are 3 stripe series socks, and she has quite, well, I wouldn't say she has quite a few, but she does have a few colorways in this, and it's very affordable if you are wanting to knit striped socks. And she just had a shop update. Shop update. I think it was this weekend. And of course I looked, and of course I wanted to buy some more. But I said I need to be a little bit more responsible and knit what I have, because I already have
plenty. I was just saying it for you.
I already have enough. So anyway, so those are already wound up and ready to go once I finish
this and that. My
husband's socks, my Christmas socks, my shawl. So anyway, so yeah, so that colorway was Snowy Day. So if you, and it's going to be my first time knitting with Cordell. So that's what this is the base on these, 75% Cordell, 25% nylon. So yes, 383 yards. 383. So now that brings us to the acquisition section, which I shouldn't be buying,
but of course it happens.
So
yes.
Mace of Skeins, I've talked about her before. I've done a giveaway on my Instagram for her yarn. Sweet girl. She has her own podcast on YouTube. Go out and check her out. I met her for the first time at DFW Fiber Fest in 2019, and she has become, stop.
I win.
She has become a dyer, and an excellent dyer. So she was offering this 4 skein 50 gram sock set called Sleepover, and Mama saw it and she had to have it. Look at look at the colors. I'm not taking them out of the package, but beautiful. And I am now the owner of, and as you probably can see, I am very partial to pinks and fuchsia.
That's where Alexis gets it from.
Yeah, she gets it honestly from her mama. Pinks and fuchsias. I just love those colors. So anyway, she has an Etsy shop. Check her out. I think she is going to eventually move from Etsy to her own Mace of Skeins website. But for the time being, she's using Etsy. So check out her collection of yarns. And yeah, she is a Texas dyer, so she is very local to me. Next up is a new to me dyer, Valkyrie Fibers.
Mate.
Let's see if this will come across
as the right color.
As the right color, which it should.
It has done a very good job.
It has done a very good job. Y'all look at the colors in this.
It makes me think jungle.
It makes you think what?
Jungle.
Jungle. So there is a story behind the purchase of this yarn. There's a story behind every purchase, but this was not a selfish buy. So this is her Wayward Son series. Now, if you are a Supernatural fan of the series Supernatural, you'll know what Wayward Sons is. My twin, Co, has watched Supernatural from the inception. And so when I saw this come across, I don't know, I think it was Instagram. I don't even know now. Instagram somewhere. I knew that I had to have it. This colorway is Fan Fiction Green, and my sister is a die-hard Supernatural fan. So the reason why I don't think I'm going to get to knit the mitts is because I want, she's not going to see this episode, but I want to knit these for her birthday. Now, our birthday is February the 4th. Today is the 24th.
You have approximately 10 days.
Do I?
11 days.
11 days. Now, y'all, I'm not the fastest knitter in the world. So I might have to put my husband's socks on the back burner. I might put all my whips on the back burner. But I don't know. I'm trying to think, do I want to just knit these in a solid color? Or do I want to knit,
Which one can you do quicker?
Changing the color for the heels, toes, and cuffs is not going to, yes. Guys, if I did do a color on this, what color would it be? It's got some brown, it's got some reds in it. Let me see if I can show that to you.
It looks like a Christmas song.
Huh?
So then it looks like a Christmas song.
No, I'm not doing red. I said it has
red.
it's a kind of, it's a blood red. It's supernatural. Let's see if it'll focus. Might be too close. It's still focusing on my face. Okay, see? So should I pick up some colors here? I don't know.
Or here and
then I could do the Hermione's Everyday sock because it'll be just a very light pattern. But if I want to get these done, I should probably just knit plain socks. So anyway, very excited. This is 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, a generous 463 yards. I literally could get 2 socks out of this, a full set, and a pair of shorties. So maybe I'll take the extras for me. Okay, so moving on. So guys, I never win anything.
Sounds pretty sad.
It is a sad, yeah. Would you guys have not liked to have won that lottery that was $1 billion? Whoever won that, wow.
I win.
That's all I got to say is wow. That's a lot of money for one person. So anyway, huh?
So was it one person?
It was one person.
Wow.
So we have a new to us yarn shop in Bedford that I mentioned in the last episode. Chris is the owner and his Lone Star Yarn Company yarn shop in Bedford, Texas. So anyway, I entered one of the raffles and I won. So I'm gonna go through these real quick. She showed this to Jordan. It's a needle keeper, right? Well, she showed him what this needle keeper does. And I got to hear that all the way home after she showed that to him. Thank you, Chris. So anyway, let's run through this real quick. So I got, it was a Cocoa Knits kit that I won, which y'all, I'm like stoked about. So I've got some large stitch stoppers. Okay, you're gonna have to really be mindful so we can get this done.
A magic trick.
Are you done? Here, hold that while I go through this real quick. Okay, so we got large stitch stoppers. This is all the stuff that I won, guys. Another set of large stitch stoppers. Okay, and then I won, which I don't think this is not Cocoa Knits, I don't think. Then I won some lotion by Cashmere Gently Earthy Notes for the winter season. This is by holisticearth.net, y'all. So who cannot use lotion and it smells divine? Come on. Can you see? Are you focusing? There we go. Okay, so that was in that bag. And let's quickly show what I got from Cocoa Knits. Also, y'all, so super excited. Everything came in this bag, this Cocoa Knits bag. So I got her drying towel sweater care kit. Okay, and then I got, sorry for the crinkling, And then I got her sweater care kit, the pop-up dryer. So this is what it looks like on this side. And there's the picture of it on this. Okay, give me that.
Don't take my thing.
If you keep it up, I'm gonna ban you from today's episode.
You can't do that.
I can't, but I'll punish you. I'll punish you in other ways. And you know I will.
What does that mean?
Keep it up and see. You know what all mothers say, keep it up and see. Okay, so I got a large and a small sweater bag. So y'all, I am like, ooh, I'm so stoked. And then, of course, I got some eucalyptus. Why did you, what you doing?
You put up the big thing, so I didn't think I need to use it anymore.
And I've got some eucalyptus. And then, last but certainly not least, it's this super absorbent blocking cloth. So this is the back, and then this is the front. So guys, I got all of that. I am so very happy. Now, as most of you know, because we tell you every episode, we live in Texas. So I don't knit sweaters generally because it's just too hot, but I am on the hunt for some cardigans. Now, another reason why I don't knit sweaters is because, let's just be honest, I'm gonna be very transparent with you guys. I'm that person that tells myself every few months I'm gonna lose weight, and I've been saying that for ever so long. And here's the deal. I feel like if I knit a full-size sweater and I miraculously lose the amount of weight that I want to lose, I'm gonna be so pissed because the sweater is going to be too big. And I love sweaters. I just don't want to have to not be able to wear something that I knit. Although I don't feel the same way about cardigans, because I feel like cardigans, you know. Anyway, so neither here nor there. I'm going to find some patterns. If you guys have any suggestions for cardigans, you know, they can be button, they can be zip, or they can just, you know, just have, you know, the band. Let me know in the comments down below, because that is what I'm looking for, because I love cardigans. Now, we are almost done, guys. So my last purchase, I say I'm almost done. I am almost done, but we got to do the Yarnable and the KnitCrates. So I told myself this year that I want to get into charity and donation knitting. So with that being said, I went out on Amazon and I purchased this Centro, can you see that? Yeah, Centro circular knitting machine. Now, what I really wanted was the Addy one. This is a 48 needle, 48 needle circular, but I think the Addy's is a 44, and this is completely plastic. As a matter of fact, when you look at the description, it says toy. But a lot of people have bought this, and there's a girl that's on TikTok, and she makes beautiful hats with these that she sells. But my primary reason for buying this was strictly to do donations and also hats for cancer patients, etc. Well, this one is about $79 on Amazon, and I'll link to that down here below in the description box. So let me give you a quick rundown of what I thought about this machine. Now, I did my homework before I bought this, even knowing that I wanted the Addy. I said I can't get the Addy because the Addy is around $200 and some odd, but I believe it's a sturdier knitting machine. And I did 2 hats with this, and I was very pleased with them. I even posted them on Instagram. But on the second hat, I noticed that it started losing. There's a counter on here, and it keeps track of the rows as you go around. So I noticed when I was hand cranking for the second sock, it wasn't always keeping up with the rows. It would stop, stall out for a couple of rows, and then it would get back and start counting again. Well, I was kind of disappointed with that, and I thought, oh, I am returning this, because I'm like, this is just, you know, junk. However, when I posted my experience on Instagram, some of the Addy owners also said that the Addy can be a little finicky with the counter as well. So then I was like, well, what do I do? Do I keep this one and just later on wait for the Addy, or do I return this one and get the Addy? I'm still confused, because the difference is $80 versus 200 and some odd dollars. And my main goal for buying these circular machines was for donation. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. This one has a tension gauge, which is nice. I don't know that the Addy has that. I'm not 100% sure. If you are an Addy circular machine person, let me know. Right? These have suctions on the bottom to kind of to the thing, to the table. It still moves around a little bit for me. And another reason why I got this is because it was something that I knew Jordan could help do, and also Alexis. All you gotta do is crank the number of rows of the pattern, and then you have a hat or a headband or whatever. So anyway, so like I said, I'm on the fence about that. But in the meantime, let me show you real quick the hats that were knit. So this one, and all of this is acrylic yarn that I had in my stash. And what I do like about the circular machine is that the way you do the patterns, this one has been knitted together, but it literally makes double fabric. So when you talk about winter time, and if you are out in the elements, let's just say, you know, you're homeless. Let's just be honest. It is a factor that is relevant in the United States, and you want to be able to knit them something that keeps their head warm. Well, because this is double fabric, this is definitely, I was very pleased with the way it turned out. The stitch definition was really nice, and for that reason, I do like the Centro. I think the Addy, of course, would do the exact same thing. So I'm tempted to keep it, because I probably buy 3 of these to the one Addy. And if this ends up breaking, or I don't know. So anyway, so this was my first attempt at the hat, and they have a bunch of tutorials on YouTube. This is where I learned to do this hat. Now, if you are thinking about buying these machines, then do your research before you get the machine. Watch the tutorials, and that way when you do get your machine, you have an advantage, and you feel like you can just kind of jump in and get started. This one also is acrylic. This one was the second one, and I actually did a different pattern on this one, and I like this pattern a little bit better, because with this one, the middle section, which is the gray, was not knit as long as the middle section of this one. So this one has a longer middle section, which means it gives you the ability to fold up the brim of the hat as wide and as long as you want to, because if you flip it under, you still have that much more room to flip up. This one, which has a shorter middle section of gray, you can only flip it up as far as you can go before you start seeing the yellow or the gold. It's really gold, the light's blowing it out. So I think I'm going to stick with this pattern, because like I said, it gives you the ability to make a shorter hat if you want to, just by rolling the brim up, or making it a little bit longer by rolling it down. But because you have so much of the cuff that goes in, this is a little bit more versatile than this one. Now, I only put the pom-pom on here for picture purposes. Ooh. So, I'm going to take that off because I'm not donating the pom-poms. So, that is my experience with the circular knitting machines. I probably will keep this one. I probably will have Jordan start cranking these out. It doesn't get super cold in Texas, but we do have cold days, and if you're outside, you know, every day is cold. So anyway, I just want to give back to the community and help keep people warm from the elements. So that's it for acquisitions that I have purchased. I take that back. The Yarnable subscription I purchased too. So we are narrowing it down. So as you guys know, each month I get a Yarnable subscription from Hypnotic Yarns. I am an ambassador to her yarn club, but I spend my own money on these. So if you are interested in joining her club, I'm going to kill somebody. If you are interested in yeah, I said it. If you're interested in joining her club, please sign up at the link below, and you get $5 off your first subscription with her if you use the link below. She only opens up her Yarnable subscription every few months. So what you need to do is just go in and sign up so that you can be notified of when it opens. What I like about her subscriptions is she gives you sneak peeks of the yarns each month. So if it's something that is not your flavor, guess what? You can actually skip that month's Yarnable, which is awesome. So that's the beauty of joining her club. You don't have to be committed each month if it's not something that you like. So anyway, this is January's colorway, which is I love all of her yarns, so I'm in it for the long haul. This is Wintry Mix. Oh, it kind of sort of matches my shirt, my sweater. So guys, look at that. Look at the speckles in her her yarn. I'm gonna see if I can show that. That is just gorgeous. It's purples and turquoise and just, ooh, goodness. And all of her, and hers is on an 85% superwash merino, 15% nylon base, and it is her plush sock base, and it's 437 yards. And she always includes in her Yarnables her little goodie bags. So in this particular one, she has, ooh, this is cute. It's on a keychain. These little I'm just gonna get right in front of you. These little crochet hooks that are on a keychain. It's called a mini crochet kit, or mini crochet hook key ring, and it's from the Steady Hand Shop on Etsy. So if you can see the bottom of the, let's see, there we go. And it looks like it's $2.50 if you want to purchase your own. Who doesn't need that for picking up lost stitches? Next, she has in here some black cherry lip treatment. So, when it's winter time and your lips are chapped, that is going to be a go-to. And these cute little handmade with love buttons. How cute is that? So that is a Yarnable subscription for January, and I'm sure February is going to be awesome. So let's see. This is Hudson Valley Skincare, and it's got Hudson Valley cold pressed sunflower oil, avocado, avocado butter, beeswax, vitamin E, and natural black cherry flavor. It's by HudsonValleySkincare.com. So yay for that. All right, and then last but certainly not least is our KnitCrate subscription. So I'm also an ambassador for KnitCrate, and they send me a package every month that is their monthly subscription, and also
I'm tired.
I can tell you're like a little cranky baby. Yes, I said it, because you're acting out. You're acting out and you're acting up. Can I, let you. Yes. Yes. You need a nap. You need a nap. Are you done? We're almost done, guys. So, KnitCrate. So you can get a subscription for $24.99 a month, and that includes shipping. And or you can get the Sock Club, which is $19.99 a month. And then they also have a quarterly Malabrigo subscription, which is $45 a month. So if you are wanting to try out KnitCrate for the first time, you can get a 20% off of your first order by using the code what, Jordan?
Happy 20.
Happy 20, yeah. Which will be up here or down here. And so without further ado, show that and tell them what it's all about, Jordan. So you can so you can end on a good note.
So this is Uru yarn in the
the base.
The base Twinkle Toes. It's
enunciate.
What?
Go ahead.
Its colorway is Twilight. It is 55% superwash merino, 20% nylon.
It's not. There we go.
15% kid mohair, and 10% stellina.
You can see the stellina in that, guys. The one thing I must say about KnitCrate, I don't know, when it comes to their stellina, it is like very, very prominent.
400 yards.
Because I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that a lot of their stellina is 10%. And so I've seen most yarns that have, 5%. And this has kid mohair in it. So it is a beautiful, beautiful, even back here you can see the sparkle. You can see the sparkle. So if you guys, like I said, I love KnitCrate. If I was not an ambassador, I literally would be all about, because technically I am signed up, but they have done a wonderful job in their selections of their yarns thus far. So, and a lot of you have seen throughout the years all of the KnitCrates that I have gotten, and some of you have been fortunate enough to win the KnitCrate yarn at the end of the year for the 12 days of Christmas Cowl. So anyway, so guys, if you're interested, like I said, there's a link below. I do get a small commission off of the KnitCrate and off of the Hypnotic yarns if you decide to purchase. But any money that I make generally for this podcast, I put back into this podcast in the form of tutorials and things like that. So I just wanted to let you know that. And I think that's it, Jordan. This has been a long one. We don't usually podcast longer than 45 minutes, but I will tell you, so I love short podcasts. I love long podcasts. It honestly depends on what I'm working on. But when I'm working on an actual something like socks or that I can really just kind of mow through, the long ones really help me get through. And yeah, it's just fun to have a wide variety. And I gotta tell you, for me, I love the podcasts that feature guys. I don't know what it is. I think it's just a nice, different perspective on knitting, because this is a female-dominated hobby, but I love to see guys in it and give their perspective, because it's a whole new flavor for me. And of course, Needles at the Ready, Fiber Hustle, Justin and Caleb, all of the male podcasters. I really enjoy. Yeah, I said Justin and Caleb, but you guys know that's the Bearded Pearl. If you don't already know, check all the guys out. But I'm partial to the men podcast because they just bring a different flavor to knitting and crocheting, and I love all that stands for. So anyway, guys, this one right here needs to take a nap because
it's too late now.
Okay, guys, so the battery on the camera died, so I'm actually on my janky phone. So anyway, this is the end of the podcast anyway. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye.